All right, YouTube, much needed love. The Ford F350. Yes, she's not been receiving any love lately when all the other vehicles are. So today's project, actually moving forward, every fluid in this vehicle is going to be changed. And we're putting amsoil in. A lot of it has amsoil in it already. Power steering fluid? I don't know. I can't remember if I did that. Um, yeah, it's pretty downright nasty. I already cleaned up that cap there. So we're gonna do this the way I've always done it. I got the tires jacked up off the ground, got floor jacks under it. That didn't spin at all, did it? What the hell? Talk about gas mileage. Oh my god. Anyway, to figure out what's going on with those later. So moving forward today, we're going to do the power steering fluid on the Ford F350. It is the 6.2 liter Monster V8. And why do I have this tore apart? Well, it's pissed. So the battery went dead. I replaced the battery. Then I've got the little battery tender on it that this is now staying fully charged. However, there's so many computers in this damn truck because it's a platinum that it basically wipes the battery out in 48 hours if I don't drive it. And I haven't been driving it because the freaking rats, gotta love those little bad boys. Where is it? There you go. See that? See that? You see what's missing? Yeah, they ate the wires on that coil pack. So now I'm waiting for that new fitting to come in. And those are both the same color. So does it matter which one hooks up where? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to find out. So back to the reason this is off. I got to pull this off. This is Ford's stupid smart charging system. So with all the problems with the battery going dead and everything, and I know that I got the cheat code on it, but this truck, it's the smart charger's not recognizing the battery. So what I've found, and we'll do this later, is if you pull that smart charge that goes back to the computer, it goes into default mode, and then that alternator just puts out 13.7. It's like a safety feature. That, my God, Ford actually did something right. So that's going to be the next project. After I get that, because I can't start it right now because through all kinds of check engine lights and it's not happy. But back to the power steering fluid. Sorry about that rant. On Amsoil's website, it says we can use the regular ATF. I just happen to have 3 quarts laying around that I don't need no more. And we're going to go ahead and run that through there. The hood front cover, that bad boy right there, 5 seconds to get that off. Okay, you have 1, 2, they're 10 millimeter, 3, 4. 4 10 millimeters on the top. Buzz that off with my Milwaukee. Come down here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. Now this clip stayed in. Super easy. You come in and you get the front part. This thing's going to fly. Get the front part of that clip. Of course, it flew 3 times that I did it, and now that I got the camera out, it don't. Oh, I'm pushing on the wrong part. Don't push down. Come on, why are you being such a butt? All right, hang on. Camera's on, that's why. Yeah, try making YouTube videos. They're fun. So I was pushing in the wrong spot. So what you want to do is you come in from behind there goes that wasp again. And you push right here. Boing! And there goes that clip. Normally, that other piece is in the front grill cover, so it won't shoot off, but what it will do is it will push the grill out. Take them 5 out, you got them 4 to top off, boom, bada bing, bada boom, grill is off. Now, this is your power steering cooler. I've already done a little tweaking here. So if you come up here to the power steering pump, because people always tell me I don't explain enough, here is the return hose. The bigger hose is the supply hose. You could pop this off and undo it there. I don't know. I don't think there's enough line there. But that line comes down, comes through here, and comes to here, which goes to there. And this is the return going back into the pump. So I've got this, and this is my thing. You don't give me enough information. This is old school. I don't know if this company's still in business, but it's a 5/8, 10-foot long. Of course, this ain't 10 foot by 1/2. And I buy this in 10 feet in lengths at the big box store. Just put a hose clamp on there. There's not a lot of pressure. I'm going to be doing this the old-fashioned way, turning the wheel. Now, what I need to do is drain this. So I'm going to open this. Bada boom. Put that somewhere where I can lose it and not find it until later. This is already in there. There goes the wrench. Now this thing should, by gravity, start draining. You think it would. Ha ha! She just needed a little love. That's all. I got a little too much hose here. But you know what I'm doing. I'm letting gravity do the job. All right. And then I'll just push this guy back down. Taking my time. I got nothing else to do today. I think it's empty. I don't see any more coming. Oh, there's a little bit. It's not a bad color. But I don't know if I changed it or not. What's the reservoir look like? Oh, it looks like she empty. All right, that's how we empty the reservoir. You like that? Now I'm gonna just bend this hose, fill it back up. That way nothing will drain back down this way. And then we're just gonna turn the wheels left and right. And that should pump all the fluid out of that into my catch pan. We're gonna roll on that. Oh yeah, tires gotta come up off the ground. I got jack stands. I still don't know why that tire doesn't move like that. That freaking hub might be stuck. Yeah, whatever. It's a Ford. I'm always working on it. All right, let me get that clamped off and put that into that. And then I'll start turning the wheel left and right. Oop, we got to fill that back up with amsoil. And then we'll be done in about 2 minutes. All right, tool plug. Ever Tools. Let me get my coffee over here. A little coffee sip. Love that coffee. Ever Tools. I bought this to work on the diesel and never needed it. So these are hose clamp off tools. This should work. These are kind of cool. So I'm going to fold that hose over and clamp this on there. I got them on the Amazon. I don't know, I paid 10 bucks, 12 bucks, 15 bucks. I don't remember what I paid for them. Let's go ahead and clamp this off here. There we go. Just squeeze it in there and clamp it down. That should stop the fluid. I mean, what? You're going to get how much fluid through there? I ain't really worried about it. More worried about that popping out, but whatever. Let's fill the reservoir back up and get this job done. One thing I will say about this truck is, man, this truck's got some coolers on it. I'm going to clean all this up today. Spray it down and wash it while I got everything taken off. All right, here we go. One-handed pour. Am I going to make a mess? Probably. I don't know. Maybe not. There goes the good stuff. Trying to watch the hose down here and see if anything starts coming out. How we doing? We're coming up to full. We'll go right to the top. All right, that fluid is to the top. I got nothing leaking. Let me go ahead and put the return line in the container and then go turn the wheel. Okay, so we got everything all hooked up here. Doesn't seem to be having any fresh fluid come out. The reservoir is full with the fresh amsoil ATF. That's what Ford requires, is ATF. Got the drain hose coming off the return line from the cooler, going down into the fluid. And she's got about a half a quart down there at the bottom. So what we're going to do now is go into the truck. And unfortunately, I can't show you like the rest of them, but we're just going to turn the key. Nothing, because there's no battery hooked up. And then I'm going to turn the wheel to the left all the way. This is all we're doing. We're just going all the way to the left with the wheel. Hold it. I'm going to come out here and see what we got going on. We should have had a bunch of fluid come out of that. Oh, let's take this cap off. Oh yeah, you can hear it whistling. We got about quite a bit. Let's go all the way to the right. Should take it down really far. All right, let me go all the way to the right. Don't know if this is getting, actually it feels like it's getting easier, like smoother. All right, that's all the way to the right. Let's come out here and take a look and see what we got. Oh wow, she almost sucked all the way down to the bottom. Filling up nice and quick. So that, my friends, is 1 quart. And we got a quart down there in the bottom. I wish I had the ability to set the phone up and turn this so we could watch this come out, but there's nobody here to help me. I'm all by myself. Let me find something. Oh, check that out. Yay. All right, I'm going to go in there and turn her back. And here we go. All right, guys. In the cab. Turn it the other way. This way I get to watch it too. That's all the way to the left. I hope you got to watch that. I hope that was cool. Okay, so the reservoir is at half. So you empty half the reservoir on every cycle left to right. I'm going to fill her back up. I'm going to go, should I go 2 or should I go 3 quarts? What do you think? I can't see what color's coming out. Oh, there it is down there. All right, let me go back the other way. Here we go. Going the other way. All right, that's all the way to the right. And we're back down at the halfway mark, which is the minimum line. Let's see here. According to the reservoir, I got 1.5 quarts out, and I've got 1.5 quarts in. Look at that. It is actually working. So I'm going to put another half quart in here. That's some freaking cherry candy apple red color there, baby. Okay, she's full to the, whoa, way full to the top. I want to go 2 quarts is what I want to go. All right, I hope that's cool, man. I want to play this video back and watch it. We're exactly right back down to the minimum mark. So it's an exact, that's 2 quarts. How big do you think the Ford, you know, I hate doing a job. Wompy wompy. shit, that was it. I overfilled it. You knew that was coming, didn't you? You knew it. I had to spill it. Couldn't have gone the whole day without spilling transmission fluid all over the place. As if I don't got enough rags that smell like transmission fluid in the barn. Well, I cleaned that lid up real nice. All right, so there's 2 full quarts that I just put in there. I'm going to go the other way. All right, that is the other way. Empty, empty. I got a little bit left in this guy. So I am halfway between the minimum and max mark on the reservoir. Question is, do I want to open up a third one? Well, I got to open up a third one because it's not full. And what am I going to use transmission fluid for? The only thing I'm going to use it for is this truck's power steering. Everything else I has got is low viscosity, which is the blue cap. So I'm going to go one more turn. And then we're done because that's at half a quart. And then we'll fill her up and we're good. Actually, that's kind of, oh, you know what I just dropped? Do you know what I just dropped? I just dropped the flipping power steering cap. Gotta have it. All right, so we are at exactly max. And it looks nice and pretty. The cap, where did the cap go? I see you. You're all the way down there. Fine. Gotta get you out. So there it is, man. You guys got to watch it. I didn't get to see it yet. I'm going to pull the video and watch it. Pulling this out, putting it back on there. It's got the little clamp on it. That closes the system back down. This comes down here. We got 2.1, 2.2 quarts. 2.2 quarts came out of it. I put 2.2 back in. It's pretty damn good. I'm not going to put that back on because I'm going to clean these coolers. I got to find out what type of chemical I can put on here because, you know, God forbid you put something on there and it dissolves the metal and now you're screwed. Battery is on battery tender down here, so that is good. Where you at, battery tender? Just got it zip tied in there. We're not driving anywhere. I got the coil pack wire coming for that. I'm going to replace that. That's a whole nother kit and caboodle. The spark plugs are super easy to do on this one, even though there are 16 uppers and lowers. I'm not doing that until it gets cooler out because it's going to go back up to 90. Probably going to hit the antifreeze next, but I can't start the truck right now. And you don't want to do this job with the truck running. You're not going to be able to keep up with that pump. And I don't know, you may think you and your buddy can do it, but I just believe in not turning the truck on. Man, look at that, she's not quite full. Oh, you know what? That's why. I got a very slight siphon coming out of that. All right, let me button this back up before I lose another quart of fluid. Thanks for watching, guys. That's how to change your power steering fluid on your Ford F350 Super Duty. And we switched over to amsoil ATF. And, you know, here comes the plug for trustedoil.com. I almost forgot their website. I am a preferred customer now, so I do get this stuff at like a 25% discount and free shipping if you go over $100. That's not hard to do. So give those guys a look, and we're doing everything on this truck, and I want to have this thing on the road driving by February. And I got to clean up the fifth wheel in the back. Needs a little love. And we got some butterflies flying around down here today. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. This might have been a little long in the wind, but hey, it was fun. Appreciate everything you do. Have a great day.